Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that is totally changing how we all deal with data. I'm talking about AI, and specifically how these new tools are basically becoming our own personal assistants for digging through information.
You know the feeling, right? You're just staring at this massive spreadsheet, drowning in rows and columns, and you're thinking, what does any of this actually mean? It's a huge pain. But what if that could all just go away?
Well, this is the big shift. This is the revolution. Forget about complex formulas, forget about having to learn code. Now, you can literally just talk to your data. Ask it a question in plain English and get an answer. It's wild.
Okay, so let's get into it. The best way to think about these new AI tools is like having a co-pilot for your data. Someone who's right there with you, ready to navigate any data set you throw at it.
So what are these things really? Well, we're talking about platforms like ChatGPT's Advanced Data Analysis or Google's Gemini, stuff you might already be familiar with. The whole point is that they use AI to process and visualize data, all from you just typing a question. It completely levels the playing field, so you don't have to be a coder to do some seriously powerful analysis anymore.
It sounds kind of like magic, I know, but how does it actually work? Let's pull back the digital curtain for a second and see what's going on under the hood.
For you, the user, it is ridiculously simple. Step 1, you upload a file. Could be Excel, CSV, even a PDF. Step 2, you write a prompt. Just ask a question like you would a person. Something like, show me my top-selling products. And step 3, you get your analysis. The AI does all the heavy lifting for you.
And this is how it pulls it off. The AI is basically a super smart translator. It takes your simple English question and turns it into Python code. Then it runs that code in its own little secure sandbox, crunching the numbers in your file to find the answer. You get the insights, but you never have to see or write a single line of code. It's pretty amazing.
So the tech is definitely cool, but what can you actually do with it? Let's look at some real-world examples, starting with something we can all relate to.
Think about your own personal finances. You can just upload a bank statement, a credit card bill, whatever, and instantly start asking questions to see where all your money is actually going. And boom, this is what you can get back in seconds. You could ask it, hey, can you visualize my spending last month? And you'll get a super clear, easy-to-read chart like this one. It makes it really obvious that, maybe you spent a little too much on entertainment.
And of course, when you get to business and marketing, oh man, the possibilities are just enormous. You can segment your customer data in a heartbeat. You can analyze how your marketing campaigns are doing, like right now. It can even do the super boring, tedious work of cleaning up messy data for you. Or you can feed it past sales data and ask it to forecast what might happen next. The potential is just massive.
Okay, but here's a pro tip, and this is where it gets really smart. One analyst, Lillian Chu, pointed out that real fluency with this stuff isn't about finding one AI tool to rule them all. No, it's about using a mix of tools, picking the right AI for each specific part of the job.
Check out her workflow. She actually starts with ChatGPT just to brainstorm and figure out the right questions to ask. Then she hops over to Gemini right inside Google Sheets to get some quick charts and visualizations. But she's not done. She then takes those charts to another AI, Claude, to help her tell a better story with the data. And then, this is the most important part. The final step is always her own human brain making the final judgment call. It's a true human-AI team-up.
So, okay, these tools are great for our personal budgets, and they can definitely speed things up at work. But what about the really high-stakes stuff? Can you trust them when a mistake could cost millions of dollars?
I mean, that's the real question, isn't it? In finance, for example, you can't have an AI just making things up or misreading an earnings report. The consequences could be catastrophic. So, how do they actually hold up when the pressure is on?
Well, to find out, a bunch of financial experts from huge banks and hedge funds got together and created something called the Finance Agent Benchmark. And this is no joke. It's a brutal test, with 537 real-world tasks that junior analysts have to do every single day, all based on actual, recent financial filings.
And their process for judging the AI is incredibly strict. First, human experts create the questions and the correct answers. Then they build a really detailed scoring guide. The AI takes a crack at the task, and then its answer is graded against that expert guide. It's designed to be tough but fair.
So, the moment of truth. After all that rigorous testing, what was the verdict? How did the best AI models on the planet do on this incredibly difficult financial exam?
The top-performing model got a 46.8%.
Let that sink in. Less than half right. That is a failing grade. Plain and simple. It just goes to show you how incredibly hard these real-world tasks are, even for the most powerful AI we have today.
But wait, accuracy is only one part of the story. Check out this trade-off. The human expert, it took them almost 17 minutes and cost over $25 for just one task. The best AI, just over 3 minutes for less than $4. So yeah, the AI is over 5 times faster and almost 7 times cheaper.
And this chart really tells the whole story, doesn't it? When you look at speed and cost, the AI is an absolute superstar. It's off the charts. But when you look at accuracy, well, there's still a really big gap.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's pretty clear. AI is an incredibly powerful co-pilot. It can make human experts way faster, way more efficient. It can handle all the grunt work. But it is absolutely not ready to fly the plane by itself. Not yet. Especially when the stakes are high and getting it right is the only thing that matters.
Which leaves us all with one big question to think about for our own work. We know it's faster, we know it's cheaper, but for the tasks that really truly matter to you, is it smart enough?